Good evening, everyone. We'll begin our regular board meeting with a prayer. We have some memorials tonight. I'd ask Superintendent to share with us.
Thank you, Madam President. Very sad week for us, the Wtby Public Schools. Tonight, let us remember 3 teachers this evening that passed within the last week. 2 were current teachers, Ms. Kyle Zarsty and Mr. Kevin Collins, and a retired teacher, Ms. Anna Paul. Ms. Zarsty was a teacher in the Wtby Public School System for more than 30 years, who passed away on Monday, November 28th. She spent her career at Kingsbury, Carrington, and Tinker. Let us also remember Mr. Kevin Collins, who passed away on November 28th. Also, he worked for more than 15 years as theater arts teacher at Westside Middle School and 24 years as an English teacher at Kennedy High School. And on Tuesday, November 29th, Mrs. Anna Paul passed away. She was a longtime educator and retiring English department head at Crosby High School. All of these teachers were very gifted and committed members of the staff and who took pride every day in their work and were a tremendous asset to all of their students. So let's remember all 3 of them this evening.
Thank you. Commissioner Theriault.
I'll do it. Can I do it at the end?
Oh, sure. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Commissioner Pagano, would you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Commissioner Harvey, Commissioner Hernandez, Commissioner Pagano,
here.
Vice President Rodriguez,
Here.
Commissioner Stango,
Here.
Commissioner Sweeney,
Here.
Commissioner Theriault,
Here.
Commissioner Jason Van Stone, Commissioner Tom Van Stone, President Brown.
Present. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I wish to extend a warm welcome to everyone present and to our television viewers. The board, superintendent, and I are pleased that you have joined us as we celebrate achievement, review information, and make policy decisions related to the effective operation of the Wtby Public Schools. Our mission is to provide opportunities for all students to maximize their skills and talents in an atmosphere where teaching and learning flourish under the never-wavering belief that all students can be exemplary students, become responsible, respectful, and productive citizens vital to our community and the greater society. This is a regular meeting, and all items that will be discussed or voted on this evening have been posted as required by state law. As the Wtby Board of Education, we are here to set goals, listen to reports of the superintendent, approve budgets, contracts, and personnel appointments, and make policy for the district. We are not here to make management decisions or solve the problems of individuals. Management is the responsibility of the superintendent. The meetings of the board are open to the public. They are the time when the board conducts its business of governing the school system in the public arena. We are pleased that you have taken the time to join us this evening. We are very proud of our school system, and thank you for your interest in the Wtby Public Schools. Next thing on the agenda is the communication. Communications of December 1st, 2016. Copy of communication dated November 18, 2016 from New England Association of Schools and Colleges regarding the special progress report of Wtby Arts Magnet School. Email communication dated November 23rd from CABE regarding policy highlights. Could I have a motion?
Motion to receive and place on file communications is read.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Thank you. Next on the agenda is approval of minutes of November 10th, 2016 workshop and November 16, 2016 rescheduled regular meeting. May I have a motion?
Motion to approve minutes as listed.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries. Thank you. No one from the public has signed up to speak. So I think we can continue with the regular order of business. Thank you. Superintendent's announcements.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. Very briefly, just refresh some of the announcements. Our schools will be hosting parent conferences over the next 2 weeks. Elementary school conferences will be held on Wednesday, December 7th from 5 to 7 p.m. High school conferences will be held the same day from 7 to 9 p.m. Middle schools will conduct teacher collaboration professional development that day, and the middle school conferences will be held the following Wednesday, December 14th from 5 to 7 p.m. Elementary and high schools will conduct teacher collaboration, professional development, and early dismissal will be for both days. Just another reminder, first Markington period report cards for pre-kindergarten and kindergarten students will be distributed on December 12th. Also, North End Middle School and staff, in conjunction with the PBIS Committee and the Kindness Club, collected over 2,000 non-perishable food items for the St. Vincent's de Paul Food Pantry to help our community at Thanksgiving. Special announcement, Lori Lardizzi, the district's elementary human growth and development health specialist, was one of 10 educators from Connecticut and Massachusetts chosen for the local Heroes Award by the Ronald McDonald House. She was received a plaque last evening, and so we were very, very proud of Lori as well. The City of Waterbury's night with the Bridgeport Sound Tigers is Saturday, December 3rd at 7 p.m., and the doors will open at 6 p.m. Proceeds from the night will benefit Rod Dixon's Kids Marathon in Waterbury. Thank you, Madam President. Very brief remarks tonight. Thanks.
Thank you. President's comments. I'm very pleased to share with the public tonight that the Board of Education in Waterbury has received the K Board Leadership Award. We're very proud of it, and thanks to all the hard work of the commissioners and your Board of Education. I appreciate all the hard work. All right.
Clapping for ourselves now?
Yeah, why not?
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, right.
Thanks, Carrie.
Thanks, Wendy. Okay. The only other thing I want to say to the public is please save the date. February 14th will be the second annual Youth Explosion sponsored by the Concerned Black Clergy of Waterbury, and the Waterbury Public Schools has been a partner. It was kicked off last year, and we're hoping to make it even better this year. So save the date, February 14th. January 14th.
And snow date, January 21st.
Okay. I thought it was February. You sure?
January.
Okay, January. Okay,
thinking
thank
of
you.
Valentine's
I'm thinking of Valentine's Day.
January 14th.
January 14th, snow
Snow
day at
date.
the 21st. Thank you.
Yep.
So there you go. All right, moving on to the agenda. Vice President Rodriguez, 9.1.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the approval of the Committee of the Whole, the Superintendent of Schools recommends approval of the Board of Education's 2017 meeting schedule as attached. Respectfully submitted, Dr. Kathleen Allette, Superintendent of Schools. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you. Committee on Finance, Commissioner Pagano.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the approval of the Committee on Finance, the Superintendent of Schools recommends approval of an agreement with Transitional Employment Unlimited Incorporated to provide transition services to students with disabilities.
Second.
Discussion, and we do have our Supervisor of Special Ed, Director of Special Ed, Wendy Owens, here, if anybody has a question. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you. Committee on Curriculum, Commissioner Hernandez.
Sweeney.
Oh, Commissioner Sweeney, okay.
Item 11.1, with the approval of the Committee on Curriculum, the Superintendent of Schools recommends permission be granted to Dino Petoni, Kennedy High School, and 5 chaperones to take 50 students to New York on December 22nd, 2016, to visit Statue of Liberty and Radio City.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item 11.2, with the approval of the Committee on Curriculum, the Superintendent of Schools recommends permission be granted to Ariane Salcido, Kennedy High School, and 4 chaperones to take 50 students to New York, New York on December 9th, 2016 to visit Ellis Island, the Statue of Liberty, and Chinatown.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries.
Item 11.3, with the approval of the Committee on Curriculum, the Superintendent of Schools recommends permission be granted to Charlotte Sullivan, Crosby High School, and 7 chaperones to take 50 students to Newport, Rhode Island on December 13, 2016 to visit Newport Mansions.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item 11.4, with the approval of the Committee on Curriculum, the Superintendent of Schools recommends permission be granted to Robert Haxey, Wilby High School, and 3 chaperones to take 40 students to New York, New York on December 14, 2016 to visit the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you. Number 12, Committee on School Facilities. Commissioner Theriault.
With the approval of the Committee of School Facilities and Grounds, the Superintendent of Schools recommends approval of the use of school facilities at no charge by the following school organizations or city departments as listed.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you. Do you have one more, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Item 12.2, with the approval of the Committee on School Facilities and Grounds, the Superintendent of Schools recommends the approval of the use of school facilities by outside organizations and/or waiver requests subject to lease and insurance, fees and insurance as required.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you. Number 13, Superintendent's notification to the board.
Motion received and placed on file superintendent's notification items 13.1 through 13.5.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, number 14, Commissioner Theriault.
I did read this at the workshop, but I did want to get it formally into the record because Frank Burgio was such a significant part of the political fabric of Wtby. Frank Burgio, what can I say about a man that meant so much to so many? Husband, father, grandfather, uncle, alderman, police commissioner, veteran, and friend. While Frank was a small man in stature, he was a giant in the world of Waterbury politics. Frank loved the city of Waterbury with his whole heart and was never shy about sharing his opinions and words of wisdom when it came to local politics. Some of his friends were sometimes sorry that they engaged in some of the conversations which never seemed to end. Frank lived the way he died, courageously, battling the cancer that took his life. Frank was one of the longest-serving aldermen in the city of Waterbury and often referred to as the Dean of the Aldermen. The city of Waterbury has lost an outstanding politician and a great man who has made an outstanding contribution to his community and family. Thank you, Frank, for your dedication, service, and friendship through the years. You will be missed. God bless you, and may you rest in peace.
Very nice, thank you. Any other unfinished business of the preceding meeting only? Okay. 15, other unfinished, new, and miscellaneous business. I would just like to ask Commissioner Pagano, as chair of the Finance Committee, to work with staff on looking ahead at the budget. We're reading all kinds of things in the paper about cuts, and it doesn't look good, so I think we got to get ahead of it. And I know I've talked to the superintendent, and they are looking at every penny, and we're looking at staffing levels in the school and so forth. So hopefully we can get on top of that. Superintendent?
Just, yes, the city materials, protocols and procedures will be distributed next Thursday, so the process, certainly we have done internal work. We're just finishing some last-minute audit adjustments, things of that sort, and we're ready to go. I know our chief financial officer has already set that course in motion, but the formal procedures will begin next Thursday, so we can talk after that.
Sounds like a plan, and I look forward to serving.
And the second thing I thought we should try to get ahead on, and I talked to the superintendent, was the facilities. We're looking at the use of State Street School and that issue. So if you could give us an update as to what's happening.
Yes, those discussions have continued since last spring. The board can anticipate a formal presentation in January on that event.
Great.
On those issues,
Okay.
things.
Okay, any other business? Okay, there's no executive session tonight. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Beautiful.
Is that a record? Is that a record?